Hey, what's going on, everyone? I hope you're doing well. So today let's talk about Gylt. Gylt is a survival horror game from Tequila Works that originally released as a Google Stadia exclusive back in November of 2019, and it just got a multi-platform re-release on July 6th. This game follows a character named Sally who is trying to find her missing cousin Emily, but finds herself inside of a nightmare world as these weird monsters start showing up around town, along with this ominous darkness surrounding them. This game had a really strong opening for me. I was really surprised at how fast it established this strong, dark, sort of mysterious tone that evoked a lot of the same feelings I get from some of my favorite mystery movies and TV shows. And I think the score had a lot to do with that. It just really stood out to me immediately, and the visual style of the game was equally as compelling. This is a pretty quick game just overall, so there isn't a lot of downtime at the start. Things really pick up really fast. Things get a lot darker really quickly. You go to the local school where we see that Emily has been hiding at, and this is where we kind of get those weird alien-like monsters. They start to appear here, and this is also where the main gameplay begins. And this is done through a lot of stealth and sneaking around and using your flashlight, which is kind of your only weapon that you get, to bait them in directions, or I guess you can also throw cans to them to steer them the wrong way so you can walk past them. But there is also an element to the flashlight that is more combat focused, but they also will come after you once they see or feel the light on them, so it's kind of a timing thing where you need to kill them before they get to you. On the surface, this might look like a horror game for kids that might not be that dark or that serious, but I think it's a lot closer to the spirit of Little Nightmares than you might think it is. It doesn't ever quite get to that level for me of the horror scale or the gore scale, and the story didn't really feel as compelling to me as those, but those games are really, really good. Those are some of my favorite games. So I was actually genuinely surprised still at how dark this game was. And I don't just mean the lighting, even though it is a dark game like that too, but just darkness overall. There's a very dark tone, very dark atmosphere, and I think it worked really well. Alongside the stealth aspects, there's also puzzles to do in this game, which I didn't think were always super fun, but it was something else. It was just something extra to do, so I didn't really mind them all that much. In general, I do think the gameplay does lack a bit of lasting power, because they never get too boring, but it never really was that dynamic. It never changed all that much, never got super interesting. Luckily though, the story did stay interesting to me, so I was happy about that. There wasn't enough of it though for my liking. I wish there was just more of this, 'cause they did a lot of good world building here. Those sketch art style cutscenes they had, I was always super invested in those, and I just wanted to know more about what was going on. But I think what also hurts this game is that it is relatively short, so it's gonna clock in just around the 3-hour mark, and I think that's fine for what you're paying here, $20 right now for the asking price. It still would have been nice though to get just one more big action scene, or just a new environment, or something to help it stand out just a little bit more. But where I do think this game will make the most sense to play it is definitely during the Halloween season. I would put it up there with the Little Nightmares games. Again, not on that same level, but if you're looking for games in the rotation of October, I think this one could fit in there. I think it's worthy of being part of that discussion. So I would recommend it to any horror video game fans out there, even if this isn't the perfect game. But yeah, that's really all I have for this one. I was surprised by this. It kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't hear about it, and I didn't even know about it back when it was the Google Stadia exclusive. I never had a Google Stadia, but I was surprised by this. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I hope you all enjoy it if you do want to check this one out. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this. It really does mean a lot to me. I hope you're all doing well out there wherever you are, and I hope to see you all in the next one. So until then, everybody, take care.